Alright, so continuing on the process of showing off the new stuff for Welcome to Rock Ridge. This time around, we're going to take a look at a couple of newer designs. These I previewed on the website a while ago, but I have never really shown the finals. I think there was a version that I took with me to Adepticon and people got to see it. These are the official final, this is what's going to be shipping version of it. So there are actually two log cabins as opposed to being just one that I had shown before. So we're going to start off with the smaller. So let me bring the camera down a little. There we go. Right there should work. And we'll come in. So this is the smaller of the two cabins. And it's your basic cabin. Nothing really. It's a nice, decent size. This is, I want to say, about 5 inches. It's 5 by 6 roughly, so it's not super huge, but it's a decent size. It's a decent sized building. I put a slanted roof on it. The roof isn't super steep, so you can actually set models on top of it and not worry about them sliding off, which is always a good thing. And roof's removable, as is the case with all of them. And you have a full open interior for it. So, neat little building. We'll turn that around and see if we can get the camera in the right spot so you can actually see through the windows. You can see the figs inside. There's plenty of room on the inside to actually move stuff around. So it's a nice little kit. Not really much you can say about the small cabin. It's just one of your basic buildings. These I could definitely see, like, if you're doing a homestead or something, or a farm where there are multiples of them, where you'd have like 4 or 5 of these set up in an area. Would make a great outbuilding as well. So if you're doing something like, if you have the main house building and then you wanted sub-buildings around it, that's where it would really pay off. Definitely combining something like that with the parts from the livery stable would be another neat addition. So you'd have these and these together in the same one, where this would be the main house and this would be the barn or something. So there's a lot of mixing and matching in the sets, but that's the small cabin. Get that one out of the way. Move on to the one that I know you guys are really concerned about, which is the big cabin. So this is the big cabin. When I say big cabin, I mean it's just a little bit. It's a little bit big. You're talking about a 11-inch long building. So it's definitely going to take up some room on the table, which is good. This is one of those buildings where on your table you'll maybe want 3 at the most, because it does take up a lot of space. But you get a lot of building in that. So again, we've done the windows, and the windows on these I've actually done slightly lower. I wanted something to balance out the size on it. Doors are still the same standard doors. But you can see that you've got, upper windows, again matching the scale, and 2 more on the other side as well. And then finally the 4th side, you just have, you have the door and window. So we'll get the figure out of the way. As is the case with all of them, removable roof. And this time again I'm using the kind of the patchwork pattern on it. So if you're one of those people that just wants to put it together and paint it, you can, or you can embellish it. We're actually going to be doing some cardstock shingles. So there's a cardstock roof pack that you'll be able to get for it, which will allow you to have kind of a shingled roof that you can add to it to add a little bit more texture, a little more detail. Or you could do them yourself. We're just going to cut them out for you, make it a little bit easier on some people. But so there's that. Now we come to the interesting parts of this one, or what I think are some of the more interesting parts. So I'm going to bring this up a little and tilt it down, because you'll notice that's the inside of the building. Okay. If we come around to the window, you can see that you can actually see the fig through the window of the building. But what I think is really neat is that upper level's removable. So you have a 2-story building where essentially you can put figs in the top section or in the bottom section. So we'll get this out of the way and show you the inside at the bottom. So that's the bottom section. Let me tilt this so we can see it a little bit better. In the case of this one, I've actually added in a couple of partition walls just to give it a little more character. Again, same type of setup where you have plenty of room to move figures around in it. You can see them through the windows, although I'm sliding that one a little bit. But it's a nice, whoops, there we go. It's a nice sized building. So that's another one of the kits. So it's going to be the big log cabin is one of the log cabins in the set. I'll put the roof back on it. And then I also did a small log cabin. So this way you can fit almost any table size. So you've got stuff for big tables, stuff for small tables. You're pretty much set either way. There are more kits. We're going to go ahead and start showing you some of the next ones in another video. So take care, guys.